Hello, my name is Martin Buttery and I'm the Customer Range Manager at ELEY Limited. Today we're going to talk about Headspace and why it's so important for your shooting. To test Headspace, I use a set of Headspace gauges. Essentially they're feeler gauges to test the gap between the bolt face and the back of the chamber. I select a pre-numbered one, gently insert it into the breech, close, and then gently push down until I feel resistance. Once I then feel resistance, I know that that headspace is set just under that gap. 405 is the number one gauge, so I'll know by getting it only halfway down, my headspace for this rifle, which is my own, is 40th of an inch. Gently take the gauge out, put it back, put the lid on so I don't lose them. Put my breech flag in, and then I'll lower the rifle down. What I'm going to do now is just explain the importance on a pre-drawn diagram. So I'm hoping that you can tell that this is the chamber area of your rifle. This is the firing pin, and this is the case and the bullet. So what is headspace? As mentioned when measuring, it's the gap between the front of the firing pin and the back of the chamber. Why is this so important? Because ideally you want the rim of the case to sit snugly inside that gap. If the gap is too large, a number of things could happen. Firstly, the firing pin wouldn't potentially travel far enough into the rim of the case to dent it and hit it hard enough to guarantee detonation. At ELEY, we always insist of a 1/12 of an inch indent strike on the rim of the case to guarantee detonation. Anything less than that could cause misfires. ELEY ammunition has the thinnest rim of all the ammunition that's on the markets out there. And why is this, you say? Simple reason is it's the dry priming. Dry priming is safer, it's more efficient, and it's a more accurate way of priming ammunition. The other issue with having a larger headspace is that the consistency of where the cartridge is within the chamber potentially is not always the same. We spend many hours training as athletes to do things consistently when we're on the firing point. You batch test at ELEY so that we can get a consistent batch of ammunition matched to your rifle. So it's important to have a consistent small headspace. Then when the firing pin hits the rim of the case stays where it is and the bullet exits the end of the barrel. I hope that answers any questions. If you have more questions about headspace, detonation, guarantees and all that such like, please email in at eley.co.uk. ELEY always checks your headspace at every batch test. 0.4 thousand of an inch is optimum. Check for wear and tear on the firing pin and replace with springs and pin if necessary.